Hedge and welcome, fair tube dwellers. Madbag Gamer here. Actually, my moniker's the Madbag. The channel's Madbag Gamer. Today I'm bringing you another Daedric quest. This time, Boethiah's Calling. Any of you who are familiar with my character are familiar with Mule, my follower of choice, who of course is decked to the hilt in badassery. But for this quest, I'm going to have to do something special. I'm going to have to tell Mule to take a hike. It's time for us to part ways.
Such a shame. I thought we were getting along so well. I'll head back to Riften if you should have second thoughts.
I'll be right behind you, Mule, and you will return to my service. But for this quest, I need a follower that I am less attached to. Hello, Stinvar.
Mercenary you're looking for. You found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Now, right now, I am in the Candlehearth Hall, which is the end of Windhelm. I'm at Windhelm in the inn because Boethiah's shrine is very close to Windhelm. So, you need a follower for this quest, and spoiler, you have to sacrifice the follower for this quest, which means he will die, you will never get him again. I'm going to choose this random hireling. I'm going to pay 500 gold to get him. You don't have to have a hireling. You could go, say, get Findle or Sven from Riverwood, or even one of your housecarls if you've become the Thane of any of the holds. You can bring a housecarl. You can bring anybody who will follow you. So I'm going to use this guy.
My blade is sharp and I thirst for battle.
If you don't have the coin, you can use anybody else. Now Stinvar's following me. And actually, I think I'm going to...
You've been a good friend to me. Sure.
If he has anything of worth, he really doesn't. Iron greatsword and a belted tunic, you can keep all of your belongings. Sir, I do not want any of them. To preface the quest, really all I have to do is pick up this follower and then make sure I'm ready for battle. However, to start the quest, there are a couple other possibilities. Ways that you can start this quest. First off, random encounter with the book, Boethiah's Proving, which I will show you in just a second. If you find this book anywhere, on a bookshelf, in some dungeon, I think it's in the College of Winterhold somewhere, anywhere you find the book, Boethiah's Proving, you can read it and instantly begin this Daedric quest. Note, actually, you have to be level 32 to start this quest. So anything before level 32 you actually can't, even if you read the book. So once you're level 32, if you read the book, you start the quest that way, or if you randomly encounter a Boethian cultist, they will attack you on sight. Again, this doesn't happen until you're at least level 32, but if a Boethian cultist attacks you, they will have the book, Boethiah Proving, on them. And you can then read the book and get the quest, which is what happened to me. And you'll notice I already have the quest, Boethiah's Calling. I will show you the book real quick first before we go to the map. The book is Boethiah's Proving. Again, you can get it off a cultist or some random places in the world. And you don't actually have to read through it, but once you click on the book to open it up, you'll get the quest, Boethiah's Calling. Or the final way to start the quest is to just stumble upon the location, which I'm getting ready to take you guys to now. You'll see that I don't have it discovered, so I'm going to cut the camera while I travel through some country here. Note that from the stables you can go pretty much straight east right over to it. You'll pass a couple farms and I think a lighthouse, and then we'll be at the shrine. So I'm going to pick it up there. Aha! So on my way out here I've encountered a couple frost trolls. Looks like they're pretty angry at a fox right now, but they will surely come over to get me right after they're done there. And I'm going to see what I can do about trapping some souls. I like me some souls. Just recently got a new gem that can help house my shiny souls. Whoa. Flame Atronach from out of nowhere. Thinks she's clever. And really, I don't even have to bother with her. The companion and summon did a fine job. Alright, so I believe I'm close to the shrine. And actually, it's showing the shrine is up over there, but I think the way you get to it's past this tower. Let me actually find out and be sure, and then detail it. I had a creeping suspicion that I was wrong a second ago, and it turns out that I am. So coming from Windhelm, you can see Windhelm right over there. You can kind of stay right along this river, and you'll pass a couple farms, And then you'll see a tower right up in front of you. And when you see the tower, you actually don't want to walk on past it. You want to double back. And there's a little trail here that goes up the side of the mountain. This trail leads right into the side of the Shrine of Boethiah. So now I'm going to approach the shrine. Going to observe the followers, if any. And then see what I have to do to gain favor. Find the Shrine of Boethiah. Complete. I have an enemy. My music indicates that someone here is hostile. Cecilum of Boethiah.
Have you come to test your mettle?
I suppose I have. Is this some kind of cult?
We are forged by Boethiah's example. We carve our will upon the world through our tongues and our blades. You are nothing. An empty vapor, dispersed by the slightest breeze.
I'm not afraid of you.
Good. Perhaps I misjudged.
Who is Boethiah?
The Lord of Points, deceiver of nations, devourer of trinity. She is goddess of destruction, he who destroys, and she who
Interesting. It's a hermaphrodite.
Many are our Lord's lofty ways, but they befit only us mortals. Intone her mighty names from now until the end of time. Names mean nothing to our Lord. She only cares for those who care for themselves, whose hearts are full of purpose, whose lives are full of deeds.
My heart is full of purpose, and my life is full of deeds.
If you desire a glimpse of our dark mystery, then this is what you must do. First, prove your tongue can wield a lie. Find someone, gain his trust, lead him to the shrine above.
Shh, be quiet.
Next, instruct
He's
your
right
soul to
there.
touch the pillar of sacrifice. Its magic will ensnare him, rendering him helpless. Then, girded with certitude, plant the ceremonial blade deeply, so that the waters of his heart.
The waters of his heart.
Will is stormy. It will stir Boethiah in her dark. She will appear.
Interesting. I'll do it.
That remains to be seen. But if it is so, and if Boethiah appears, then we will welcome him as one.
That's not quite how it's going to go down, I think. I don't know if it's coming out in YouTube, but in my headset the music here sounds a little grand. It sounds a little loud, so I think I'm going to adjust my music settings right fast. Yeah, that seemed like it was a bit overbearing. I think that's better now. Alright, so apparently, and here Stinvar is, still following me like a lost puppy dog. There is a pillar of sacrifice that he can touch. Let's see. I have the blade of sacrifice, which is the dagger. Let me put it in the right hand.
Need something?
Stinvar, I need you to do something, friend.
Fine. What? What?
Touch the pillar of sacrifice.
Will do.
I guess I have to press tab to tell him to execute. Maybe? No?
Yes?
I need you to do something, sir.
What? What?
Touch the pillar of sacrifice.
Will do.
Go for it.
Will do.
Go, go, go.
No, not possible.
Oh! Oh! There he goes. Interesting. Now I'm supposed to stab him, right? He looks crazy. Why is he all locked up like that? I'm sorry, Stinvar, but I have deceived you. Whoa. Oh.
Weary flesh is so distasteful. You have caught my attention, mortal. That is most unwise. Tell me, why have you slain this one who trusted you here upon my shrine?
I have slain Stinvar to gain your favor. I'm going to say my reasons are my own.
Indeed. But I abide only those whose will is aligned to my own. Those who oppose my desires perish in the most dreadful of ways.
Not a very peacefully minded Daedra, is she? I'm not afraid of you.
Is that so? You should be. Though a heart without fear is something I can use. Perhaps you are the one I seek.
You
We
seek
shall
someone?
soon find out. Listen, all of you. Hear me.
Oh boy.
I have need of a warrior. Only the most ruthless, cunning, and agile will do. You have gathered here night after night, sacrificing fools upon my shrine, and sparring aimlessly with yourselves. But which among you truly exceeds the rest? Prove yourselves to me. I have a special task for whichever of you is left standing.
Which is the best, huh? Slay the other cultists. Sure enough. Now they all go running. Oh, look at that pack of people. Oh, that's too perfect. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh, I'm cooking my enemies all together in one nice big oven. I was hoping they would all go down at about the same time because that would have been cool. And I'm going to miss a bunch of incinerates. You guys can all laugh. No, I don't think I'll miss too many of them. Just a few here. Just a few more, I suppose. Looks like they're fighting each other pretty good. That's nice. That keeps me from having to mess with them. Alright, we have one left. My mana pool is about exhausted. Oh, and look at him. I don't think I have a soul gem for him, but I just want to scare her anyway. Your soul is mine! Yep, sure enough. She died afraid, though. Whoa. Whoa. The last one to live stood right back up. Obsessed.
Well done. You have proven the strength of your will and your tongue's gift for lies. You have shown ferocity and prowess in combat.
True, true.
Now the time has come for a final proving. Are you able to cast aside your honor and strike with the hidden blade?
I suppose I could. Honor is a coward's tool.
An astute observation. Skyrim is a beautiful and harsh mistress, but her people cling to such a petty notion of honor. My previous champion displeases me. It is time he is replaced, in the traditional fashion.
The traditional Nord fashion? Where can I find him?
You will find him holed up at Knifepoint Ridge, where he plays king to bandits and highwaymen.
Say no more. He's as good as dead.
Kill every single member of his band. Do so as silently and invisibly as you can, for this is not about you. You are to be my instrument in this.
Okay.
Slay him in the coldest of blood.
I'm kind of a flashy mage. I'm not so much the sneaker.
Himself. Once his corpse lays cold upon the ground, and all trace of his followers erased, retrieve my Ebony Mail. A gift fit only for my true champion.
Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to be using your Ebony Mail? Slay everyone at Knifepoint Ridge stealthily. That is interesting. Sure enough, it even says that in the objective. That's strange that she would require it to be stealthy. I actually don't think it has to be. So let's see if we can find Knifepoint Ridge here and whether or not I have it. I do not have that one revealed. So again, I'll have to do some forest walking. Alright, if you had this revealed, obviously you would just fast travel straight there. If you left your follower before, if you told them to take off so that you could bring a follower up here, you can go get your follower back now, and you can use them for this part of the quest. Mule, my follower, would be in Riften, but I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to proceed solo through this next part, and I'm going to chop the video until I actually arrive at Knifepoint Ridge. I believe I'm now looking at the tower outside of Knifepoint Ridge. Not real complicated to get to. This area is pretty open. There's a little footpath going up the side of this hill here that's going to lead me, I believe, straight into Knifepoint Ridge. And I have enemies who are already aware of me, so if there is anything tied to the optional objective of being stealthy, I will try to detail it, but I'm likely not going to achieve it. Since I'm a mage and I don't have the illusion perk that allows me to silently cast, I'm pretty sure it would be impossible for me to completely kill everybody here stealthily anyway. That hurt. I don't like when you hurt me. Down she goes. Down the rocks go, just for the fun of it. Woohoo! Let's proceed through their little camp. More challengers, Dromora. Come, test your metal. Yeah, these bandits don't really want to have anything to do with a not quite master level mage in destruction and conjuration. I'm starting to use my alteration too, as some of you may have noticed. And because I'm starting to use my alteration, I actually used a couple enchantments and I switched over to fully cloth. I don't have any light armor on or heavy armor on now. I'm using a circlet, I'm using some regular gloves with an enchantment on them, I'm using some regular boots with an enchantment on them. It actually allowed me to get my spell cost down pretty dang low too. I believe Incinerate single cast is now 16 mana. That's awesome. Considering it started out at like 100 something, I believe. Oh, you're a healer, huh? And I'm gonna miss you time and time again. Knifepoint mine! And now we proceed deeper into the bandit lair. Mostly bandits anyway. I'm here for a cultist of Boethiah, or even better, a champion. There we go. I actually hit that fire way late. There was fire behind that guy that I could have hit earlier to take him out. Ooh, that's heavy, but we're going to take it. Expert lock. Looks like there's some ore back there. There's a body, so there's likely some gold or something on him, but I'm not going to worry about it. An ebony blade. Ebony greatsword. Sure, I'll pick that up. Whoever's down here is getting ready to have a real bad day. Yeah, you thought you guys were a pretty strong pack of bandits, especially given the power of your leader, your champion, your bandit chief. But it turns out that there are many much more powerful than all of you combined. A bunch of Dromora, actually. So around regular bandits, you don't have to be incredibly careful. If you're doing this at a much lower level, it may be a touch more difficult. You may have to be a little bit careful. Novice level lock, I'll go ahead and break that. It looks like we're getting ready to dump into the main chamber here, which I'm sure is probably where he's at. Yep, I see the ticker. Champion of Boethiah. And I can see him decked in ebony. Ebony just about everything. And it looks like his mail has some kind of animation coming off of it too. That's pretty cool. He looks darker, and he looks like he's got some dark smoke. It almost looks like the effect on Nightcrawler right before he teleports in X-Men. Destruction up to 92. And again, I can't soul trap him, but boy, that would freak you out. Wonder what a soul trap spell would feel like. Would feel like you're cold from the inside, like there's a wind blowing inside of your clothing. An ebony shield, probably going to take that. A magic sword, why not? Ebony Mail, this would be Boethiah's mail. You are able to move more quietly, and opponents that get too close take 5 points of poison damage per second. Not great, but decent, decent. Likely will not be used by me, but I may seriously consider donning my companion with the armor. Oh, that's right, I have to kill everyone here. I was going to say, why does he have a quest marker? But I do remember Boethiah saying something about kill everyone. So we'll do just that. Wow, that was a weak hit. You can do better, Dromora. I know you can. And I'm not going to loot everybody else here. Retrieve and equip the Ebony Mail. Okay, well, let's do it. What do we have here? Ebony Mail? Wow, it kind of looks weird too. I don't know if that looks like normal ebony mail.
You have done well, my champion. You have earned my respect. A feat few manage and live to tell about. I shall write your name upon the tablet of absolute darkness.
Ooh.
You may keep my ebony mail, a token of my appreciation to my new champion. Its gifts will resonate with your talents.
Not so much. Actually,
Now go. I have strings to pull that require my full attention. You may pursue your own course wherever it leads you.
there's
Remember always this. As you will it, so it shall be.
There's actually not a whole lot of synergy between my talents and any kind of heavy armor. Especially some that is somewhat sneak-oriented and then poison-oriented. I guess there's probably nothing that synergizes really well with the poison damage, but... And that just took me around. I was hoping to find an exit over there, but it seems that is not the case. I will have to exit the way I came in. So let me see, I think... Yeah, that actually feels like it's going to be a really quick one. I think I'm done with Boethiah's Calling. So again, to detail the item that we get for this quest, we get Ebony Mail. Now this is an enchanted piece that's, don't look at the armor value really compared to the armor that you might be using. If you are a heavy armor user, I have very low heavy armor skill and no perks in it. So your armor value off this will likely be much higher. I'm curious, I may try. I'd like to see if this can be used at the Atronach Forge to turn into a piece of Daedric armor. It'd be interesting if it kept that enchant too. That would be really interesting. On top of the mail, I got a couple of other pieces of ebony gear, so there's some decent stuff down here. Even if you're not going to use it, there's decent value equipment on this quest. And I think that's going to do it. So let's move on to the next Daedric quest.